splash down. Brunch, lunch, or late night munch. That's as hard as it gets at South Padre Island. Voted Texas Travel Awards Destination of the Year. Plan your escape at sopadre.com.
And Hebbronville retakes the lead 3-2. Juliana Garza will serve with the left hand and an ace.
Hit a shot. In this case, it's a little bit easier for left sides to be, left-handed kiddos to be there in the right front, so they can cross body back into the one, but not necessarily because you still.
Sends it over, sets it back up, far side. Good dig, that should be out, and it is, and a point for the Lady Bulldogs. Back to a 2-point game. May with another good serve, dug out by De Leon, the libero.
Oh, wow. Miscommunication there in the back row. Got a point there on the
in this first match. 8-7.
Too tight to the net, able to push it over.
Sets it up, trying to swing it. And that's a couple of quick points for Lyford, taking advantage. Played in the back row. Lyford trying to add to their lead. Tracking it down is De Leon. And a good save from the Lady Longhorns. That was Ibanez who kept that one alive on a hustle play. Now setting it back up again is Trevino, swinging it. And it's 11-7. Lady Bulldogs.
More cushion on that pass. They're really getting the setter too tight to the net, having to fish it out. Not able to keep it in play. Those out of system balls are sometimes they're just too tough. You can only do so much with it when you're put in that position as a setter. Wow.
How about that ace? Bulldogs in the front row.
Lefty.
The set from Coleman and a kill.
Bettis finds the gap in the back row between two defenders. Wanting to play hard and not giving up so quickly. So the longer the rally goes, the more effort they got to put in. They got to work a little bit harder too. So big swing there through the block. Marley Bettis, look at the energy coming out of Lyford.
De Leon played it well, set it up for Trevino. And now De Leon again racing back in. Trevino with the set. Good
big
block.
It's a little bit out of reach. Good effort.
Really start to have an advantage in this opening set, and they've ballooned it to a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the set. Now Hebbronville just trying to muster something up, and they get a much-needed point.
Yeah. You got Garza back in the front row as well, so they'll look to her for some extra points. Try to slow the momentum here.
They got it.
You know, on the other hand, you're used to calling mine and having the person next to you be able to hear, but in this kind of environment with this kind of energy and this kind of noise level, it's hard to hear the person next to you sometimes. And that may just be the factor from some of those miscommunications we've seen earlier as gym is.
Right, and it's loud, and for this being a neutral site, quote neutral site,
yeah,
I forgot to quickly reset. Good way to rebound there. Dakota Martinez kept it alive, and now trying to find the open lane, and she does.
You know, playing that early on and Hebbronville getting that sweep, you know, it just shows the communication that they've had with each other, that they're used to playing with each other, considering they're still a pretty young squad. But again, Lyford's looking real tough here. There's another big swing.
Good hands there from Coach T off the bench.
It could have been a double, it could have been something earlier from one of the setters, but there's no telling. Especially when it's after the play like that, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what it may have been. That's clean. That's three. That's clean right there. Good dump. Nobody home.
Trevino, yeah, the lead is back to 2. Lyford now trying to battle back. They took the first set. Trevino with the set. They set it back up far side out of the back row. Too much from Ibanez. Danae Garcia, the freshman libero for the Lady Bulldogs. One libero to the other. Now Hebbronville back on the offensive end. Good block from May. And
Back
again
at
a
it.
block.
There she goes.
Serve. Garcia did everything she could to dig it out, and she did. Back on the other end was De Leon. May try to keep it alive and does. That play just looked like trouble from the word go, officiating at the same time.
Definitely. My brain's going 100 miles an hour right now. So I'm watching for kids. I'm thinking about what my gut reaction would be to tell that kid, hey, change this, try this, do this. So good shot down the line. And that's a real smart move there because you got a big block out of the middle with May.
The Lady Bulldogs just called a timeout, and we've seen these first 2 possessions after the timeout go in favor of the Lady Longhorns, and now their lead is 5, the biggest lead for Hebbronville here in the second set. But Lyford quickly gets one back, and they needed that one.
Good reaction.
The back row dug out by De Leon. They swing it. Maddie Cantu went for the kill, didn't get it. Trevino a set again.
Out. She's got good hands. You know, just the thing is that Cantu is really favoring that race.
So now a couple of quick points for the Lady Bulldogs. Like you said, trying to chip away here in the second set.
There we go. Good effort at the net, just a little bit wide.
And if you're Hebbronville, you feel that
net on serves or on swings, you know, you're not letting them show what they have. You're just making it easy for them. So you can't be giving away points. There's another one there, and they're gonna call that for Lyford.
One.
Yeah, it's real quick momentum shift after a few points, and you never want to leave it in the officials' hands. And that's something that I've told my kids. You know, some of the kids, and rightfully so. You get parents that, you know, question calls. You get the kids that question calls. You get the coaches that question calls.
Could be trouble for Lyford. Garcia communicating, waving him off, saying she's got it. De Leon, the libero, sets it up for Trevino.
Another tight ball. Good push. There's 2. So I know there's a lot of...
In the second set, in case you're just joining us, we saw Lyford take the opening set 25-15, and now in the second set, (17-13).
Good serve.
And an ace. And in a blink, it is a 3-point game, and right now, it'd be very hard for Lyford to make a comeback, but right now they're in a good spot.
And I've seen this too often, you know, even though Lyford's down, there is another one. You know, Lyford's still down in points right now, and Hebbronville's in the...
Welcome back, and the momentum starting to shift in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. They trail by 2, and another ace.
We got a nice little top.
We've had some really close calls. You can feel this place ready to erupt for the Lady Bulldogs. Just missed. Instead, it's the Lady Longhorns are like, whew.
Yeah.
The lead is back to 2 by Lyford.
It's that eagerness to play and to not want that ball to drop, but then you start getting a little frantic and playing somebody else's ball out of urgency.
Went straight up. Now Marley Bettis quickly sends it back over. Hebbronville trying to tie this thing up at a game apiece. A lot of miscommunication, Coach.
Again, it's the urgency that they don't want to get scored on. They don't want the ball to drop, but you end up playing middle school basketball where everybody's going to the ball. Everybody wants to help. Everybody wants to help out a little bit. But in this case, you can't. You got.
And you feel the momentum right when this set started that Hebbronville was able to gather their thoughts, and that's a huge swing.
She's going to track it. Got a touch on it.
But Marley Perez, that was one of the bigger swings.
A little bit of maturity there from the senior as well.
23-18 Hebbronville.
They called back row swing on that one. So we had that exact same culture. What the rule is anymore, because we don't take very many swings out of the back row that are that tight to the 10-foot line. But I can't recall if they treat it as a serve, is if you're literally behind it and not touching the 10-foot line, is it clear?
Wow. Heather May.
And all the momentum changes.
Right. Hebbronville looking to tie this thing up at a game apiece. May sends it over. De Leon with a dig. Trevino sets it back up in a bump.
Oh, wow. That did not look like a double.
Third going to try and tack on the sets. First point, good set.
Uh-oh. Got the weight back on her heels. They were expecting a big swing there out of.
It's 2-1. Hebbronville now on the offensive end. That's Trevino with a serve. Heads up play from Garza. And we've
big swing off the top of the hands.
De Leon races back into the back row to Garcia, the libero. Another big swing. That's close.
So again, you don't want to put the game into the hands of somebody else's decision. So sending things over with lots of cushion, giving everybody lots of room. Bettis takes a big sweep with that one, catches a bit of the net.
What'd you see?
She had a bad toss there. Her weight was going forward, and all of a sudden it shifted back last second. That could have been a real scary moment there for Mark. You know, great back set to the C. Garza looked like she was going to rip it and, you know, try to change up the speed of it a little bit, went long. Good serve.
Back and forth we go in this opening set. The set from Trevino, that's in.
Oh, wow.
Woo-wee. Yeah, that was oh so close. You saw it there on the replay. And
good serve.
Good set for May. Back row, that's in. That's a kill. And a point for Lyford. You talk about endurance. How about this rally? Look at this.
There's
May
one,
again.
Two. 3. Oh! And that's drop, and they'll give you a replay. They'll give you a second chance at tossing, right? You only get so many of those, of course, once you're back there at the line. But that found, oh no!
In this match.
Yeah.
And then some.
And then some. Here's a ball too tight.
Lyford now, both teams I feel are just trying to, well, that's in.
That ball's in.
Your name's up there somewhere.
Yeah, well, yeah. We didn't have names on ours. Basketball's the ones that had the full rosters. Volleyball had our rounds that we went to. So my senior year, I graduated in 09-08 volleyball season under Coach Sanchez Dominguez. Well, but yeah, it's been a little bit back and forth here in this game, and it's been very, very competitive. And again, the fans are getting energetic. You know, the fans are getting in it as well. They're getting invested in their team with their daughters and with these a touch on that ball. And again, here's a momentum shift. Like you just mentioned, Hebbronville's got a few plays called from them. So the thing is, you're putting a little bit of extra spice on these balls that you're trying to score. You're trying to put a little bit of an exclamation point. There's another one. There's some extra energy out of the bench as well. You got to take it, and it's only played 1 point at a time, whether it's a sneaky touch or a big swing or a big block or an ace. The game is only played one way. It's 1 point at a time.
19-19.
Good hustle.
Check out that hustle there. Wow.
She waited a little bit too long, let the ball drop a little bit on her. May's back at the service line. She had a little bit of a point run earlier, I believe in set 2, so She's out here in the back row. When she was in the back row after the serve, they had that long rally. There it is, a big one. Marley Bettis.
Marley Bettis.
And so that might have been my reason, or I might have been the reason they got that rule changed. I don't know how many points I got off that, just knowing the rule. But yeah, they changed it now. There doesn't have to be an intent. You can do it for some extra time now. Did he just call that in?
It's a point for the Lady Bulldogs. 3:23. How about this late rally from Lyford? Like all of a sudden.
Here it comes. Again, playing smart compared to playing safe. Don't play safe.
Yeah, that's in.
Little tights. Off one hand, free ball.
Big spot here. Lyford trying to stay alive.
Off the
Hebbronville.
hands. Good smart play there by Bettis. Pushing it off the hands.
Fend off a late Lady Bulldog rally. The set.
Under. She went way under on that swing. That should have been point Lyford. R2 down low should be watching that line. But they didn't catch it. She had both feet.
Stole this.
Yeah.
They robbed one, if they can hang on.
Here it is, Garcia. Good float surf.
That's out. That's out. Wow.
Goodness gracious.
20 this year, and one of the crazier sets you've probably seen in your time. And it was Lyford who rallied back to take it 27-25, and right now it's a 2-1 Lyford lead in the fourth set. Backs against the wall for Hebbronville, coach. What's the message going in? Game 4, set 4.
You got setter back row there for Hebbronville. So they'll need to keep an eye on that. Big swing from Salazar, a little long. With the left hand. And here's Garza again. She's every time she's back at the line, she keeps pushing quite a few points. And there's another one. Really start momentum here on Hebbronville's side. Prove it.
Eight for Hebbronville.
Good serve.
And an ace. Special thank you to High, and of course the storyline behind the storyline, or the storyline within the storyline, is JD Salinas is from Hebbronville. So I couldn't help, but that's in.
Man, she gave me a quick scare there. That flag came up a little bit high, and then
13-7 Hebbronville leads, and again trying to push this to a fifth set.
Cool. No, it's a long push to make. That's a hard touch. Good decision there by Hebbronville.
Trevino on the serve. De Leon picks it out. She's the libero for Hebbronville. Good swing. Garcia tips up.
Good touch. Good hustle there by Salazar.
Just missed as Marley Bettis. Marley Bettis just missed that one for Lyford.
Got to be active. A little extra spin on that one. But again, it's been consistent for the most part, except really that third set where we saw a little bit back and forth. Space to do that. So we'll see. All right, they got me confused on that one. R1 had his hand up for a second. In the middle of that play, he had
to take with you into the fifth set. Does that exist?
It definitely does. And like you said, it's not over till it's over. So as long as the kids are willing, there was a big one. As long as the kids are willing to continue to battle and push back, of them not being able to do that. So if they're willing to do that and play hard, then again, I wouldn't mind seeing this thing go 5 sets. But it depends on Hebbronville. Hebbronville is working hard right now. They got some points to play with a little bit. They got a little bit of cushion to work with. So as long as they're able to keep it in play.
De Leon with a dig, setting it back up as Trevino swinging it. Back row. Garcia's there on the dig. The setup for May, and easy pickings for Heather May.
That are just clean. And a beautiful ball, beautiful hands. And they're calling it as and they're calling it as a double. You know, they're calling it double. And there's some that have a really bad back. You got some too high, too far inside, too far outside, and everything's a strike. And so it's really hard to figure out where to pitch and how to make that adjustment because blue's calling whatever umpire. So it's giving these kids a hard time because they don't want to lose points. There's a big one.
That's in.
They don't want to lose points. They don't want, you know, decisions to be up to officials, but you don't know what they're looking for. You know what they should be looking for. Big block from May. Yes, ma'am. And you don't want to be the person. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to cost your team a point. So you start kind of second guessing yourself, and you can't afford to do that. There's another one, free ball. So she could have easily taken a swing at that ball, but coming off a missed swing, you know, it's hard.
That is a loud kill. Probably the loudest kill we've had. Good serve. Set from the Lady Bulldogs. Hebbronville struck first. It's 1-0.
Off the high hands of Salazar.
The set, Pettis.
Boom!
Marley Pettis with a kill. Yes. Marley Pettis.
And then the fire up, and then the fire up.
Marley Pettis, one of those girls, one of those kids in the program that you just feel she's been around for forever.
There's a big
Hebbronville swings right back. 2-1.
Let's see it. Make each other work. Make the team work. Let's see what the team has. There's another tight ball.
Fifth set. Winner take all. That one blocked Bettis.
Whoa.
Somehow, some way, Lyford gets the point. For me, in my brain, I always feel the first to 10.
Yeah, and Brendan and I talked a little bit about that last time. It's, you know, there's a little bit of a science to it of first to 5. Our coach kind of went over it with us a little bit at the college level and said, if we can do this, push points here and get some point runs, you know, you're increasing your chances by X amount. Wow, they just called that out with no touch.
Jim Lancaster, Hall of Famer here in the Rio Grande Valley. 7-3 on the serve. Back row de Leon was able to pick it out. Now Hebbronville just trying again to weather the storm, and that's been the theme here tonight. May goes up top.
Man, staying aggressive.
May goes up top.
Man, staying aggressive at the net for sure.
Blocked from May.
Send it, send it.
Garcia does just that.
Oh, my goodness. I did not expect that to happen. Big swing, run through there by Coleman.
8-3. Lyford with the lead and the momentum.
Ooh. No reaction from Hebbronville. That ball had plenty of height. Hebbronville can still chip away, but it's got to start with the mindset. They want to battle back. They got to do so now.
Good block from May. Now she revs back, sends it over, and a good athletic play there from the junior. Good set, into the net, 10-3, Lyford. The set.
Good swing. High in the rafters, chases it down.
Good hustle from De Leon and an even better effort. That is a great effort there.
Oh, my goodness.
On life support.
You got a lot of weight on your shoulders just now, too. There's another tight ball. Salazar able to get it up there. Too tight, not much room. They're going to call Salazar on the net.
Back row, Hebbronville sends it back over, keeps it alive. The set, Marley Pettis sends it into the back row. That's a kill, match point.
So there's a difference. Pettis just took a swing, clearly taller than libero there from the Lady Horns. So I'm assuming the rule is what I'm assuming it is. You cannot step on that line, even if you're starting in the back half of the court.
Match point for Lyford, that's it. That's the match.
8:15.
Aquí, en la Universidad de Texas A&M Kingsville, somos una familia. Nosotros nos apoyamos. Trabajamos juntos. Crecemos juntos, triunfamos juntos, nos inspiramos los unos a los otros para convertirnos en las grandes mentes del futuro. Estamos aquí para asegurarnos que tú triunfes. Aplica hoy para empezar. Es tu momento.